Hey guys, this is day 84 of startup. Some of you have praised me for my videos both on YouTube and on LinkedIn, and I really like that, really appreciate it. But I also need to be careful about how it affects me psychologically. Once upon a time, when I started YouTube, this channel, I could just open up my laptop, say something for 15 minutes, and just post it on YouTube. I did not care about the views because I knew views would not come. But now views are actually coming. People are actually watching the entire video and also commenting. So it seems more serious now, something that I do not want to screw up. I feel this expectation of the audience that people are expecting some really good insights from me, not just random blabbering. And I never intended to blabber anyways, but still, now I want to be more careful about what content I put out. And I'm feeling this lot of pressure and procrastination before I start creating the video. There is a book named Inner Game of Tennis. It's a very popular book, not just for tennis players but for everyone. It became like a bestseller, and then people made copies of it in terms of Inner Game of Music, Inner Game of whatever you could think of. And the ideas behind that book were revolutionary. And one simple example was, when you're playing a tennis game, if you praise someone like this, hey, you're playing really nice today, what are you doing different? And he will immediately start analyzing his strokes, and then he will miss on the timing, the perfect alignment that makes a good stroke work, and he will not be able to play that day anymore. So a similar thing is happening here with me. Actually, this is a pattern that extends beyond YouTube, beyond tennis, to also startup. In a sense, like, when you are successful in life, it's harder for you to do startup versus if you have nothing and nothing to lose for that matter. So when I started out very long back in India, I think it was 2008 9. Yeah, I'm old. So at that time I was in a job and I was fresh out of college, and my job was very like good, high paying job. So my father, so let's compare it like this. My father is was at that time one of the very high ranking government official in India, and my starting salary was double his salary. Now part of the reason was also because in India IT sector has always done much better than any other sector. So it's not just fair to say that I am a genius. When I left that job and started my own company, and I was selling not to the IT sector but to other sectors, education sector of India. So of course it doesn't have that much money. So even as a business owner, when my client isn't earning too much, I will also not earn that much. So I wasn't making a lot of money when I was starting to sell my product, and it just felt like totally useless thing to do compared to the salary I was earning in the job, although we were working very hard. Of course, it improved with time, but we had to really stick at it for a longer time. And at the same time, also, as far the quality of work is involved, we had to sell. We had to sell ourselves, our product. So I had to sit in the morning, make make cold calls to these coaching classes to which we wanted to sell, and we had to face a lot of rejection in that process. So it doesn't feel good at all, because in a software job you are sitting comfortably in an air conditioned room and working comfortably, but in this, like, every call we made, it was uh, not interested, or something rude come up. So I remember I used to close my room so that my mom, my parents do not see what I'm doing, and for 1 hour I just closed the room, and no, I did not let anybody see that how I'm getting rejected, how I'm getting insulted. At that time I used to think, what am I doing wrong? Have I taken such a really bad decision? But later on, so at that time when we were doing this, Indian startup ecosystem had did not pick up. It was very few people who were doing startup. But later on, when startup became popular and they used to come up, they came up a lot of big unicorns. So one of the unicorn founders shared very similar story, like how he used to go to these I think he was also selling to whom I do not remember, but he used to go to these meetings and he was made to wait for half an hour or 1 hour and really insulted. But and he was of course working in some very big corporation before, and I think one of them was a graduate from Wharton School of Business in America, which is second ranked business school in the entire world. Of course, in India, people are much more rude to salespeople than maybe here in Canada. So in Canada, people have told me that when they make cold calls, people are not usually rude. They're polite, but of course they say no. But in America, I've heard they are still rude. But yeah, as an entrepreneur, you have to really start fresh, start from zero, and that's the only way in which you'll see your progress and not compare it with what others are doing around you. Coming back to the topic of YouTube, thank you for all the appreciation. But yeah, I'm not gonna take this praise too seriously and not let it become an expectation. I'm just gonna do what I have been doing, that is, shoot from the heart, raw, unfiltered, unprepared, and hopefully you like it. Cool, bye.